half its value, down to 23.10. It's in a free fall. Clients wanted to talk to you about pulling their money. I mean, it's now or never, Mark. We gotta sell. Mark.
Paulson and Bernanke just left the White House. There's going to be a bailout.
Well, they had to. Right? Paper markets would have
They
collapsed.
knew.
Cash would have stopped coming out of ATMs. They had to backstop this.
They knew the taxpayers would bail them out. They weren't being stupid. They just didn't care.
But
at least we're going to see some of them go to jail. Right? I mean, they're going to have to break up the banks.
I mean, the party's over.
I don't know. I have a feeling that in a few years, people are going to be doing what they always do when the economy tanks. They will be blaming immigrants and poor people.
Banks took the money the American people gave them and they used it to pay themselves huge bonuses and lobby the Congress to kill big reform. And then they blamed immigrants and poor people. And this time, even teachers. And when all was said and done, only one single banker went to jail. This poor schmuck, Kareem Sarah-Geldon from Credit Suisse. He hit a few billion in mortgage bond losses, something most of the big banks did on a good day during the crisis.
This series of videos will talk about how I've incorporated crypto stacking along with my precious metal stacking. It will illustrate how and why I transfer my fiat into other forms of value in order to retain my wealth, provide a hedge against inflation, protect me and my family from the US dollar collapse, and survive the global monetary reset. This particular video will explore cryptocurrencies as an asset. In order to understand and determine this, we must first understand a few terms and how they apply to finance. We should also consider that cryptocurrencies are a totally new concept that is just now becoming better understood and being studied, defined, and categorized by accountants, economists, and governments. So let's begin with some of the basics. What is money? According to the Business Dictionary, money is anything that serves as a medium of financial exchange. It is considered to be legal tender for repayment of debt. It has a standard of value. It is considered a unit of accounting measure. And it is a means to save or store purchasing power. What is fiat currency? Fiat, Latin for it shall be, is money that is not backed by a physical commodity. What drives the value of fiat currency is its scarcity and the fundamentals of supply and demand. It is declared by a central authority or government to be legal tender. If people lose faith in the fiat money, or if the government refuses to guarantee its value, the money can become worthless. The US dollar has been fiat money since 1971, when President Nixon canceled the convertibility of US dollars to gold. Today, the US dollar is backed only by the full faith and credit of the US government. What is a hard asset? A tangible and physical item or object of worth that is owned by an individual or a corporation. In currency transactions, hard assets are synonymous with currencies that the public generally has faith in, such as the US dollar or the euro. What is a tangible asset? A tangible asset is an asset that has a physical form. Tangible assets include both fixed assets, such as machinery, buildings, land, and current assets, such as inventory. Intangible assets are non-physical assets, such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, goodwill, and brand recognition. Accountants will argue that cash is a tangible asset. However, consider that cash in itself has no value and is nothing more than a certificate of value or an IOU. According to the International Accounting Standards, cash is neither a tangible asset nor an intangible asset. Rather, it is defined as being a financial asset. So what is a financial asset? A financial asset is a tangible, liquid asset that derives value because of a contractual claim of what it represents, such as stocks, bonds, bank deposits, and the like are all examples of financial assets. Unlike land, property, commodities, and other tangible physical assets, financial assets do not necessarily have physical worth. What is commodity money? Throughout world history, many objects that have been determined to have value in themselves as well as value in their use as money are considered a commodity money. Items such as gold, silver, grains, livestock, and salt have all been historically classified as commodity money. Okay, now that we've reviewed the current definitions of financial terms, here's my take on where cryptocurrencies fall within all of the terms and definitions. A cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange using cryptography or code to secure the transaction and to control the creation of additional units of the currency. It is not issued by any central authority or government and therefore cannot be manipulated in the same ways that fiat and precious metals markets are currently being manipulated. The value of cryptocurrencies, simplified, is derived by its scarcity and the laws of supply and demand within a decentralized market. Let's take a look at some of the transactional properties of cryptocurrencies. 1. They're irreversible. After confirmation, once a transaction is sent, it can't be reversed. There is no middle agency or institution involved. This is referred to as a peer-to-peer, meaning one computer to another without the need of a central server, person-to-person transactions. 2. They're pseudonymous. Neither transactions nor accounts are connected to real-world identities. When you send and receive cryptos, the transaction is coded in a 30-character address. Some crypto addresses are traceable. However, they are not associated with any identity of the user. On the other hand, there are many cryptos which are specifically designed for anonymity and currently are completely untraceable. 3. Fast and global. Transactions are practically instant and can be conducted to anywhere the internet is present. No banks involved, no transaction fees, no ATM fees, no minimum balance fees, no overdraft fees, nothing. Just you are conducting the transaction directly with someone else. Number 4. Secure. Cryptocurrency funds are locked in a public key that is encrypted within the blockchain. Only the owner of the private key can send the cryptocurrency. It is important to note that the blockchain where these keys are encrypted has never been hacked by anyone. Any hacking that you've heard about in the news has involved the users of the blockchain and their individual software, which had flaws in it which allowed a hacker to gain access into their system, but not the blockchain itself. 5. Permissionless. The use of cryptocurrencies on a decentralized system means that no one can stop you from using them. No one can prevent you from receiving them. No agency or government can prevent you from conducting crypto transactions. And these transactions are irreversible. As long as the internet is up and running, the encrypted, decentralized blockchain system cannot be turned off or manipulated. And it is for these reasons that many governments are very resistant to accept digital currencies as a form of legal tender. It disrupts the current monetary policy. Cryptos represent a lack of control that bankers have to charge fees and governments have to tax citizens in order to continue to propagate the debt system that they have created. Cryptos disrupt the central bank's ability to control inflation and deflation by manipulating the money supply. The banks will no longer be able to control currencies, economies, and therefore governments. To bring it all together, cryptocurrencies do not fit neatly into any of the current categories for economic assets. They meet most of the criteria as money and could be easily redefined as a hard asset, tangible asset, or a financial asset. The fact is, cryptocurrencies are a whole new category of asset that has never been considered before. Because it is such a new concept, many are trying to, metaphorically, force a square object into a round hole. It just won't work. We need to step back for a moment and take an objective look and be willing to redefine some of our beliefs of what money is, what an asset is, and what can represent value. How do you feel about cryptocurrencies being categorized as money or as a financial asset? After the fiat system collapses, what do you believe will be the means of exchange for goods and services? How do you believe nations will conduct world commerce? I would be very interested to hear what you have to say, so feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. A big thank you to all who support this channel and watch my content. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell to ensure that you receive a notice as soon as I post up new content. Feel free to comment, like, and share the content as well. Stop by and visit my webpage at silvertorch66.com. There you will find silver videos, a huge silver picture gallery, silver stacking related stories in the blog section, a music page containing many of the background tracks used in my YouTube videos, and even some silver for sale. So check it out at silvertorch66.com.